Good Wednesday morning to you. As we begin this Wednesday, I'd like for us to think about a moment about yesterday. We looked at Joel 2:28, where Joel said, "In the last days, I will pour out my spirit on all mankind. I will cause your old men and your young men to dream dreams and then to have visions. And then I'll pour out my spirit upon men and women, Jew and Gentile." I want you to be aware of the fact that when God's Spirit comes upon us, He does not discriminate who will receive His message, His Spirit, and His forgiveness. His message, His Spirit, and His forgiveness. The message of Jesus Christ comes from the gospel of the life of Jesus, the Son of God, the Messiah. Joel prophesied about the Messiah coming. After the Messiah has come, afterwards, all the fulfillment of the prophecies, and Jesus, the Messiah, has come. All of these things shall happen. We're living in the last day. Now, Joel 2:28 was important, but now I'm going to read something from the New Testament from Dr. Luke, who wrote the Gospel of Luke and also the book of Acts. Acts 2:17 says, "And in the last days, God says, I will pour out my spirit on all people. Your sons and daughters will prophesy. Your young men will see visions. Your old men will dream dreams." You know, when you take into consideration the prophecy from Joel, reiterated the book of Acts, confirms the fact that our Heavenly Father pours His Spirit on whomever He chooses to pour it. He gives His Spirit to whoever wishes to receive it. He offers His forgiveness for anyone who's willing to accept it. When you take in consideration, we do not have the option of not sharing the gospel message. Today, in the world in which we live, we have the cure for cancer. If we had the cure for cancer, we would have people knocking on our doors if we had the cure. If we had it locked up in a secret place and did not want to share it, that would be an abomination. That would be unthinkable. But yet, we keep the gospel sometimes locked up, just like it, and that is more important than even the cure for cancer, the cure for sin, the key to opening the door to forgiveness. This is what is so important to us today, is the gospel message is vital for salvation. See, the promise of God to the Hebrew people, to Abraham, was a blessing, a people, and generations to come. Now watch this. With the blessing, the people, and the land, the Holy Land for the people of Israel was to be able to have a place of stability that was theirs, so that they would be able to receive the Messiah and share the Messiah with the world. And then, whenever the Messiah came, they were still a slave people because they had squandered the birthright of God, the covenant that God had given to them. But today, our promised land is not something in this world. Our promised land is beyond this world. Our promised land is to be with Jesus. The promised land is not something that's over in the land of Israel, on the other side of Saudi Arabia, sandwiched between Gaza and Lebanon. No, that is Israel. But the promised land that God is giving to us is beyond this world. And it's through the Messiahship of the gospel. And so as we think about in the days that are forthcoming, that we have been given the responsibility to be able to know that in this day, God says, I'll pour out my Spirit on you and me, upon our sons and upon our daughters, and they will prophesy. Young men will see visions, and our old men will dream dreams. I'm an old man now, and I want to dream some dreams. Will you dream with me today on Wednesday and give this day to God? God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow on Thursday.